This is where our best vintages are stored. The temperature as well as degree of dampness is ideal.
Alright.
Maybe I'll choose a bottle sometime later. I have no time for that now. It's empty. There's nothing in it. The pump is part of the entire water distribution system. It pumps the water in and out endlessly, according to immediate needs.
Amazing how it's been going all these years. Like, how's it powered?
Water distribution controls. I have no idea which one does what.
Yeah, let's not mess with that right now, but let's ask Bates more about it.
Bates, I would like a word with you.
I'm listening, sir.
Bates, that pump we talked about,
Yes, sir.
I think it is broken. Which valve controls the water level?
The pump works all right, sir. Only one of the input valves broke off some time ago. The water level can still be adjusted using the other valves. It just takes a moment to figure out the right setup for what you want to do.
How do I know if I have drained the fountain then?
If I remember correctly, the second column from the right displays the level of water in the fountain.
I will give it a try.
Second
I
column from
think
the
I
right.
will go now.
I'll return to my work.
That's the one that's missing the wheel. Now, before I actually start this, it's a good idea to save here, because if you mess up, then you can just go back to where you messed up and reset it, so that's back to its original positions, and it'll give you a better idea of what to do, because it's not like you can like hopelessly mess it up, but at the same time, you know, if you really need to look something up, it's good to like have a starting point. So let me save here, and I'll do this puzzle. And let's check this out here. I said, let's check this out. There we go. So this is the fountain one. Of course, the wheel is missing, so we have to control it through other means. Okay. So we want to click this one. I brought that up. Oh, okay. Let's click this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not doing anything. Wait a second. Oh, wait a minute. That's because it turns depending on how you click it. So we want to right click this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one once.
Ready.
Nice. And that's all we need. So once you actually know what to do, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I have like a little solution here for the puzzles in the game, because I ain't gonna mess with those. And there's one I am dreading. Oh boy, but we'll see how I do on that one. So let's go back out. We'll see how we did. There we go.
Something is glittering at the bottom. What could it be?
There's also a symbol
A
again.
sign of some sort. Or a symbol.
Again.
A symbol similar to that from the tower wall. Strange. A new symbol beside another corpse.
It is odd. So again, we want to take a picture of this.
I'll take a picture of it, just like the first symbol.
And we want to take another closer look because there's the key.
This must be the thing that glittered at the bottom.
Alright. So now we have the key. Let's go back to the greenhouse. See if we can't find that bill of sale. I know it's not a bill of sale. I keep forgetting what it is actually. Remember in our dream, yeah, we saw that key sink down, so why were we dreaming about that?
Some papers and a few coins. The bill isn't here.
Shoot.
Where could he have put it? A letter. It's addressed to Victoria.
Interesting.
Madam, please regard this letter as one from an anonymous friend. One of your servants is not whom he pretends to be. You may find it interesting that he is an ex-prisoner.
That he is an ex-prisoner and a thief. On several occasions, I watched him sneak quietly into the castle cellar, using the old back door. I saw that person take away several bottles of some of the best vintages of your wine that you value so much. No doubt, some of your other valuables have also gone astray. I decided to write you this letter to prevent further stealing. The person's name is Morris.
Henry meant to blackmail Morris. I am curious as what to Morris will tell me about this.
Interesting. Do we have a motive? Anything else in here? No. Just going to ignore that weird picture, but okay. Still no bill, though. So let's explore this further. Believe it or not, we can actually talk to Bates about this first, so let's do that. In here.
I would like to ask you about something, Bates.
I'm at your service, sir.
I found a letter in which Henry blames Morris for stealing the wine from our cellars. Did you know anything about it?
Tell the truth, sir. Yes, I have a good clue as to who might be behind it.
Why didn't you say anything?
I didn't want Madam to have to worry about a couple bottles of wine after what just happened. There is so much wine in the cellar, sir. It seemed unlikely that anyone would notice a dozen bottles missing.
It's still a lot. That's not good.
Henry has written in his letter that Morris is an ex-prisoner and thief. Is that true?
I do not believe that, sir. Morris is a brute, but he would not hurt anybody. He does what he is told. He does it well, and never causes any trouble.
Well, I'm not really so sure, Bates. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Well, there's nothing left to do but go ask Morris about it. Let's go back up. I guess we can go out and around. That works just as well. Is that boarded up now? It looks like it is. I can't really tell though.
Yes, sir.
Morris, I know you've been stealing wine from our cellars.
Me, sir? Who told you that?
No one told me. I'd read it in a letter that Henry wrote to Victoria. So what do you say about that?
Well, I only took a few bottles, sir. I swear. There's such a lot of them in there, I thought nobody would notice. It won't happen again, I promise. Will you give me that letter, sir?
All right, Morris. But I'm going to be watching you. Here it is.
I wouldn't trust this guy, but I guess it's a good idea to keep him close by, just in case.
I took a look around the fountain.
Sir, why would you bother with such a thing? Why not just leave it up to that detective?
Well, I can't help suspecting something's wrong about all of this. 2 unfortunate accidents in such a short time?
You said it, sir. They are accidents. Henry just got drunk as a stone, and this time his luck ran out.
Maybe. But never mind. I have come because of something else. I found a footprint in the mud by the fountain's rim.
But that's nothing strange. There must be lots of footprints there.
Well, this one is fresh and much deeper than the other ones. The person who left it there must have limped badly or been carrying something very heavy.
Are you suggesting it's mine? Well, why couldn't it be yours? It's mostly me who walks around the garden, and the footprint is probably from the morning I found him.
Maybe.
Sir, I told you I was home the whole evening. I've got no idea what happened that night.
How do you know that it was nighttime?
If I answer that now, could we stop returning to the subject?
We shall see.
I heard it from Dr. Herman when he was speaking with Collier.
What else were they talking about?
I was not really listening. I just overheard a couple sentences as I was walking by. Can I go now, sir?
All right. I'll ask Dr. Herman myself. Maybe I'm suspicious of him unnecessarily. But maybe not. I'll go see Dr. Herman and find out what he knows about that footprint.
So yeah, that's
I
the
will
prompt.
go then.
All right, sir.
To finally go see Dr. Herman. Oh wait, so we could probably just look at the map. That's why I have it. And this area opens up. So you notice
Oh,
there's...
Mr. Gordon. I would wish you a nice day, but that is not what it is today. To what do I owe your visit?
Well, you told me yesterday to come over.
Let us not discuss things outside in the rain. Please follow me.
Yeah, we see him throwing
Better,
something away and
is it
locking
not?
it.
Do you mind going down to the morgue with me? I have a lot of work to do. We can speak there.
Not a problem. Let's go.
Watch out for the steps. There's not much light in here, and the dampness can make your footing dangerous. So, what would you like to know?
I have returned as per our conversation yesterday. This won't take long. I would only like to ask a couple of questions.
Let me guess. This is about William, right?
Yes. You mentioned some bad burns on his body.
On the chest area, to be more specific. Yes.
So?
So, what?
When we talked yesterday, you said you would tell me more about it. That is why I am here.
Is that what I said? Well, I can only repeat what I have already told you. Massive burns on the chest caused by an unknown object.
Is that all? An unknown object? What you're saying is different from what you already told me.
I cannot remember. Those were just initial theories, anyway. I have recorded everything in the post-mortem account. Shall I quote from it?
That won't be necessary. It seems Dr. Herman has lost his memory since yesterday.
Why is he concealing what he originally wanted to tell me after we had first met? That death report would interest me, but not in his presence.
I spoke with Detective Collier about Henry's death.
It was inevitable that he would end this way. He was a lost cause.
What do you mean?
Well, it certainly was not the first time something happened to that man after he drank himself into a stupor. I know this well because it was I who had to restore him to normalcy after the other bouts. It was not usually serious. However, on this occasion, he overestimated his capacity for drink for the last time.
This is rather awkward, but you see, Henry had something important that belongs to me. I have looked just about everywhere and have not found it. So it occurred to me that he might have had it with him, and that you...
So, what is this it supposed to be?
Actually, it's just a small piece of paper, but it's very important. Otherwise, I would not ask you.
You want me to search his personal belongings?
I would be grateful if you would do that, Doctor.
Gordon, that parcel is part of the evidence. I cannot just remove something and give it to you until the police have completed their investigations.
But that something was mine.
No matter. Until the case is officially closed, I cannot even show you any of those things.
I understand. Thank you, Doctor. At least I know where that blasted bill of exchange is.
Yeah, we'll have to get it.
Dr. Herman, I'd like to ask you about something in connection with Henry's death.
Mr. Gordon, it was my impression that this affair is currently being investigated by Detective Collier. Is that so?
This affair, as you call it, happened in my garden. I have every right to be interested in it.
All right. What do you want to know?
I found a footprint right next to the fountain. It was quite deep and very recent.
Yes, we noticed it. Collier made a record of it in his papers. I do not know what else I can tell you.
Did you notice something odd about it?
What do you mean?
The person who left that footprint either limped or had been carrying something quite heavy.
You have an eye for detail, Gordon. That is exactly what Collier said.
So?
The trouble is, there are footprints all over the place, and they most probably all belong to your groom. What is his name again?
Morris?
Yes. You can exclude that one, though, if you thought of him as a potential murderer. Let me tell you why.
I'm listening.
I should not be telling you this, but it is your business in a way too, so... I have been doing autopsies for over 15 years, and I have never seen anything like this before. Something seemed odd to me the very moment we dragged him out of the pond. His skin was entirely white. You see, I know what the body of a drowned man looks like even after a month, but this was different. He looked as if he did not have a single drop of blood left in his body.
Maybe it was in the water.
Impossible, Gordon. I told you I know what a drowned man looks like. I have not mentioned this to Collier, however. He would think I am going mad. I need to prove my theory first.
So what have you found out?
Exactly what I expected. No blood. Not a single drop of it anywhere. As though something squeezed the life out of him, like the juice from an orange, and disposed of its skin in that fountain. This is not like anything I have ever witnessed.
I'm not a doctor, but I can see it's more than strange.
This is not strange, Gordon. It is flat out impossible. Even if someone deliberately wanted to extract all of his blood, there would still be some remaining in the organs and muscles.
So what's your opinion now?
I have no theories yet as to what my conclusions should be. I have no sensible explanation for what I found, but so far, nothing is indicative of a violent death.
Thanks for telling me this, Dr. Herman.
Listen, no one except the two of us is aware of this fact, and I would prefer it to remain that way, for now. When you speak to Collier, do not tell him anything. I will tell him myself when the timing is appropriate.
Understood. I'll say nothing. You can take my word for it.
Now that is truly weird.
No kidding.
Doctor, do you think you could go outside for a moment so I could have a look around? I could forget my wallet on the table when you return.
Excuse me? If I had not known your family for so long, I would be offended. Look, I can see where you're coming from. I already told you the parcel has to stay sealed until the investigation is over. So forget it.